7-year-old Wen and her parents Eric and Andrew are vacationing in a remote cabin where their nearest neighbours are over 2 miles away in either direction. As Wen catches grasshoppers in the front yard, a stranger unexpectedly appears in the driveway. Leonard is the largest man Wen has ever seen, but he's young and friendly. 3 more strangers arrive at the cabin with unidentifiable and menacing objects, but as Wen runs inside to warn her parents, Leonard calls out, "Your dads won't want to let us inside, but they have to. We need your help to save the world." At first, I thought it was a really beautiful way of writing, but then it just kind of carried on. I mean, what started off to be a beautiful introduction quickly turned into too much information and too much detail that I didn't need to know, and it didn't flow quite so nicely, and eventually I just found myself getting bored. I rated this one 3.25 stars. There were definitely elements about this book, characters that I really liked, but I think it just kind of boils down to the fact that the writing style just wasn't really for me. If I had to compare this to any other book, it would probably be something like The Last Murder at the End of the World or The Passengers. I have read a fair few dystopian books and stuff like that, but I've not really read many apocalyptic books. So while the undercurrent theme isn't really there, I do think that those books do have some things in common. So as for the question, would I recommend the book? Not that I think that people shouldn't read it. I mean, there were certainly parts about it that I really enjoyed, but I don't think I would. I think there's definitely books in this sort of genre that I would recommend first. Like, I think in the right circumstances, I absolutely would recommend it, but I don't think it would ever become one of those books that I just pull from nowhere and recommend for someone to read.